Learn how to identify a behavior like that so it doesn't become a behavior like that, and get the reaction like this. In this video, you're going to see two dogs, a 9-month-old white German Shepherd right there, and a 4-month-old puppy. I'm going to break down the body language so that you guys are experts at body language, hopefully at the end of this video, and you can help your own dog. First thing you notice, what is first thing you notice? How about the hair up? What does the hair up on the back of a dog mean? I get it all the time. It is not a bad thing. It means the dog is stimulated. Now, if a dog is super stimulated and another dog runs up to it, can there be a fight? Yes. Now, notice the lip lick. What does a lip lick mean? A lip lick means simply, I don't want to fight. There's other people who believe differently. I just believe it means I don't want to fight. It is a signal to the other dog. Now, this dog has not been around a lot of dogs. You can kind of see that with the head movements and whatnot. She had diarrhea early on in life, and so they didn't get the dog around a lot of dogs. Look at the hair up and the sort of frantic barking. You're going to see that throughout this video with this particular dog is this real kind of, for lack of a better term, half-ass barking. I already know this dog does not want to fight anybody. Notice how she's backing up and that head movement is frantic. It's half-assed. This dog doesn't want to bite anybody. I'm going to go to original audio so you can hear the solution. But like, we can't move forward until this reaction just naturally lessens. How do we get this reaction, the hair on the back to go down, the barking to go down? How do we get this reaction to lessen? What is human nature or dog nature tell you we need to do to make this reaction lessen? Do we need to yell at her? No. Do we need to reinforce her retreats? No. Do we need to correct her? No. Do we need to pet her? No. We just need her to be here and do other stuff, but like, we just can't get beyond the fact that today is going to be there, the closest she got to him. Desensitization is the solution. The dog has to smell the pee of Prince. Dog has to touch Prince. The dog has to feel another dog's tail hit its face. The dog has to be close to them. Now Prince is inside the fence, and you're going to see that. I'm going to say it again, half-ass barking. The head is moving too much for this to be serious barking. The dog is not moving into Prince. You've seen dogs run over and attack fences to Prince and to other dogs, and that is not this dog. I am not worried in any way. If you see a lot of the signs, that head shake bark, that back up, that right there, you really shouldn't be worried about your dog or the other dog. Does that mean you should just let dogs roll up to your dog who's like this? No, but not because your dog's going to bite the other dog, but because you're going to take a step back in the desensitization, in the socialization process if another dog overwhelms the dog. Trying to get around to the back. There's also mommy and daddy issues here. Obviously, this dog is constantly checking in with them. That's why I had the two owners separate, as you saw. So this is good. Look at smelling of the air. That's what this dog's doing right now. And we have to separate the owners. If you go to the dog park, if you have a dog like this, and I'm not saying to go to the dog park, but maybe there's one dog in the dog park, separate. You and the owners do not stand by each other. Have the owner come over and pet Prince, which has a marked improvement on the dog. I did this multiple times today where the owners pet Prince and the dog goes, oh, we like this dog. Now Prince is going to get a little rough with this dog. Well, it's been 10 minutes of desensitization. It's like, yeah, you can handle it a little bit. From play bow from Prince saying, I don't want to. Now I tell Prince to just chill out a little bit. You see his ears kind of pin. I'm like, chill out, bro. So there are trainers who would take this dog, many trainers, and they would say, go sit in a field. Don't let a dog within 20 feet of you. And I want you to simply sit there and treat your dog as other dogs come by. You know what you should do with the money that you are going to pay those trainers? You should set that money on fire. It's as good a use of money by setting it on fire as it is doing that. The only difference is setting your money on fire will not take hours of your life, because that method simply does not work. You have to push the envelope. You have to look at what's happening right there. This dog is learning, continually learning, smelling a dog, touching now. You have to have the touching. I'm not saying you have a dog like Prince, but your family has a nice lab. Your neighbor has a nice lab. You have to get the dogs together. Simply letting your dog see other dogs does not move the ball forward. It moves the ball forward 2%. We need 80%,
not 1% sitting in a field. You have to get the dog with other dogs. Look at the dog right now learning, going, oh, I know what hair smells like. I know what a behind smells like. I had a tail hit me in the face. I know what a dog running up to me looks like. Oh, and then the German Shepherd goes, oh, I didn't die. The dog ran up to me and I didn't die. Little half-assed run at the dog, and I'm just like, desensitize, 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 desensitize. But we have to push the envelope. Now I'm going to test the prey drive right here. Dog chases the other dogs for a second and then says, oh, where's mommy and daddy? But the dog's starting to live life like a dog. The dog is starting to, I'm going to have the guy, see, I have the guy leave. Okay, I want the dog to go in between the two owners so it can live life and be a dog. It's enough with being with mommy and daddy. If you go to the dog park, you got to not let your dog lean on you. Or not even the dog park. A friend comes over with the dog. But this dog still doesn't really stop these little run-ups. Now, at this point, I probably could have had them like kind of correct the dog for it, but I'm still doing the just desensitization route. Okay, and owner petting of the lab does help the German Shepherd, or the Golden Retriever does help the German Shepherd. But it doesn't fix the German Shepherd. She still does like little run-up, little half-assed jerky run-ups to the dogs, but it helps. All right, a lot of petting of the dogs, and it does help the German Shepherd. But what are you going to do? Walk down the street and pet every dog so that your dog knows? No, you got to get your dog with other dogs. Now, in a minute, you're going to see something interesting. Prince is going to get a little rough, and I'm going to let it happen. But this is interesting because I wasn't, at the time, I didn't really know why Prince did this. Then I was rewatching it. He seems to be, we're all in the office. The owners are in the office. I'm in the office. He seems to be keeping the dog out of the office. It seems very intentional. See how he kind of herds her away? It's either two reasons. It's either he's still keeping her away, then she gets by him and she gets to the office and he's like, oh man, I let her get in. It's two things. It's either that, meeting another dog, it's either that he knows that when we go in the office, he gets put in the house, and I think that's probably it, or he thinks those owners kept walking away from the dog. I don't think they want to be with the dog. I don't think Joel wants them with the dog. All right, so here's the puppy. Now, why am I showing you the puppy? I am showing you this puppy because in a way, this dog's personality is almost perfect. This is a 4-month-old dog. I'm doing a similar process with the German Shepherd, and look at this guy. Prince likes him. See his tail wag? Look at the confidence in this dog. Now, there was a part of me during this that wants the dog to be a little happier to see another dog, and I still contend that's the case. I would like a 4-month-old puppy to be a little more like, oh, a dog, but he is going to get like that, and I do like his confidence, okay? This big male dog comes up to him, and this guy stands tall. So I love his confidence. I wish there was a little more play in him, but then the play comes out, and so I kind of go, okay, now the play is coming out. But you're going to see something kind of interesting later, and it wasn't quite captured, but I'm going to explain it to you, where Prince shoulders this guy for no reason. He goes over, and we're going to catch it right afterwards on video, but he kind of shoulders this guy. And it's basically because Prince thought the exact same thing that I thought, which is he's a little, and I know it's tough, but this is a body language video, he's a little too big for his britches. And I realize that's hard to see on here, right? And then I let Prince get a little rough with him because, I don't know, Prince doesn't play bow. You come to the other dog's house. It's hard to see. It's more of a gut thing than a visual thing. But when a 4-month-old puppy meets a dog, I do like to see the dog play quicker than this dog played. Now watch this move. Boom. I showed you at the intro, the doodle, or here it is, the doodle doing the exact same move, and then Prince getting super mad at the doodle. So we want to eliminate that move from this little Doberman so that he doesn't turn out to be a year and a half old. He's doing that same move you saw him do, and he's getting the reaction that the doodle got, because it will get harder. That over-the-top shouldering that looks like play in a 4-month-old will become a harder hit, and other dogs will not take it well in the same way that, and I'm explaining that to them right now, in the same way that Prince didn't take it well from that 90-pound doodle. And this guy's going to be 90, 100-pound Doberman. So I'm explaining to them, I just didn't feel right about correcting it at that moment, but you're going to see Prince kind of run up to this guy and just shoulder him. And I think he knows this little guy, wow, awesome dog. I would love to have this Doberman right here. He's a little big for his britches. And the best thing for a dog who's too big for his britches is another dog to say, you're not that tough. And that makes an impression on these young dogs to know that. So you're going to see that in just a minute. So I wanted to show you near perfection from another dog and a confidence from another dog. And Prince is going to run up to the guy right now, and then we're going to flip the camera to him. But hey, if you liked this video, if this video helped you right there, you didn't really see it, but he just ran up to him and shouldered him. And then he's like, listen, young buck, you're not the toughest guy in the world. And that's a good thing for this young dog. Hopefully this body language video helped you know what to do with your own dog. Hit that like button. Have any comments, and subscribe to the channel.